Hi, welcome. Today we're going to talk about managing users in the Police Report Writer SD series. First thing I'm going to do is log into the system. As always, for these demos, I'm going to log in using the password and account of Kodiak, which is our default administrative account in our systems, which of course you'll change once you put the system into production. Now that I'm an administrator, I'm going to go open up the administrator menu item and I want to select user accounts. What we have here is our default administrative account up here at the top. To add a new user, I'm going to select add new user. I'm going to say normal user just to give it a name. Password of normal. Username normal user. This is what's shown in drop-down boxes. ID number, let's say their badge number is 50, and NU is going to be the initials where I now elevated roles. They're not going to be an administrator. That means they're not going to be able to change any of the underlying settings of the system. If I select supervisor, that gives them the ability to review and submit records to the system. I'm going to select that. Notify security logs, and the rest of this you don't really have to worry about in the SD system. This is for our larger systems. Here's some under security. This is where you can actually control some of their actions. If you select read only, that means they can never make a change in the system. If you select lock from searches, then they're not going to be able to make any searches. If you select lock from the system, they're totally out. We'll ignore all of their passwords and accounts. This is what you would do when somebody leaves your department. And if you wanted to make them change their password next time that they sign onto the system, you would select Force Password Reset. Well, I'm going to make them an active account. That means that they'll show up in the drop-down boxes. And here on a new report, I want us to automatically fill in their name and their ID number, and I'm also going to fill in the today's date. If we were to be using one of our fingerprint scanners that we support, you could take their fingerprints here. This way they could log into the system by just using a fingerprint. Now that I've selected this user and given it all the information I want, I'm going to select apply. They are now in the system. I can close and now log out as a default administrator, and we could, if we wanted, log back in as that user. Thank you for having an interest in our products.